Hello there, everybody. I would like to talk to you today about spirit guides. What are they and how can they help you? Hi, I'm Natalie, and I am your expert in all things mindset, mindfulness, and manifestation. And I am a stage 4 cancer survivor, mum of two, and I'm here to be your biggest cheerleader so that you can co create and design your destiny. So, I believe that there is a realm beyond what the eyes can see, what our ears can hear. I think it's a place where there are energies and beings that are there to offer us guidance and support. And I believe this is true because I've experienced a near death experience. So I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor who battled cancer twice. But in between my cancer battles, I almost died due to complications from surgery. I developed a septic abscess. But I also had a 1 in a million reaction to a painkiller that I was taking that completely destroyed my immune system. So I had emergency surgery and I woke up and I was quarantined alone in a room by myself. And like the doctor came in with the gloves and the hat and the booties and the gown and everything, and was like, there's not really anything we can do. We can't expose you to anything because you wouldn't be able to fight it off. And there's not really anything we can do. You don't have any white blood cells, so we can try and make you as comfortable as we can. Like I was on morphine, but I had a raging temperature, and I was quarantined in the hospital for over a month. I mean, you can imagine I was just lying in bed. I had like tubes coming out of me like everywhere, and yeah, and I almost died. Kind of took me by surprise because there I was battling cancer, and then all of a sudden I almost died from something completely unrelated to cancer. Anyway, I digress. The reason why I want to bring this up is during this period of time where my life hung in the balance, I had lucid moments. And my mom, because I live in Germany, my mom was living in the UK, and so she flew over to be with me, and I planned my funeral. I asked to be buried in the big wedding dress that I was never going to get to wear. I had it ready, and we'd already postponed the big ceremony. Luckily, we did a small registry office wedding, but we planned on the year later to have this big ceremony, have this beautiful dress. And I thought I was going to die. I mean, the doctor is preparing me. He said, there's nothing we can do. And so I planned my funeral with my mother. We talked about music and how it was going to work, and all of those things. It was really traumatic. And it also made me think about like planning my eulogy. I was 32 years old, and like I realized that there were so many things that I hadn't done, and regrets that I had, and that I'd been playing it small. And that night when I went to sleep, I had this moment, this epiphany, this voice from God, an angel, like whatever you want to call it. I had this connection, this feeling, this being talk to me that told me, if you want to go, it's okay. Like you can let go. You don't have to fight anymore. But it is not your time. It's not your time. We've got plans for you, and like there is so much more that you can do on this earth. But it is your choice. And if you want to stay, then you have got to do everything within your power to do so. And yeah, here I am. I decided I'm going to stay. The next morning when I woke up, the doctor came round, and he had all of the student doctors come with him as well, because my case was really interesting. Because I mean, my reaction to this painkiller is like 1 in a million. Like these, they were never going to see this kind of thing. So, he had them all come round. And I just remember that morning, I was like, so, I talked to God yesterday, all my angels, and I'm like, I've decided I'm going to live. And he thought I was completely deluded. Like, honestly, he thought I was Looney Tunes. He called in a psychiatrist for me to talk to because he thought I'd just lost the plot. But I'd made the decision. I'm like, that's it. I'm going to live. I'm going to do everything that I can to survive. And like the answer will reveal itself. Like, I'm not going anywhere. And what's interesting is the very next day, he'd come up with this really cool idea of giving me somebody else's white blood cells to help promote my own cell growth. He said, it's kind of Hail Mary pass. Lo and behold, my husband, who we'd been married then for my registry office wedding for like 4 months, was a match for me. So he got to donate his blood and they gave me the white blood cells and it promoted my own healing, which was absolutely incredible. So anyway, the reason why I'm telling this story is like I was always a bit skeptical. I mean, like I believed in intuition. I believed a little bit about that kind of spiritual side of things, but until I'd had that experience, I always thought people like, oh, maybe they're a little bit weird. But, I heard that voice. That was not my voice. And so I truly believe that that we all have spirit guides, whether you call them your guardian angels or whether you think it is a loved one who has passed who is there looking out for you, or divine beings, whatever you want to believe is right for you. But I believe that we have like this team of benevolent beings, like just on this other realm, who are working and helping to support us and guide us on this journey. But of course, like they gave me this offer, right? Like if I want to go, I can, but if I want to stay, then like I have to start doing the work. And that is the beautiful thing about human life and with manifesting is that we all have a choice. Like it's up to us to take action on this guidance. So I like to think of our spirit guides who are wise and loving, and they accompany us through our journey of life. And if you're connected with your intuition and with your guides, then you can actually hear them, and they can guide you on this process. They can give you advice, perhaps not in words like as clearly as I experienced it, but it could be signs or symbols, or maybe when you're doing like a free writing exercise or journaling or something like that, they can connect with you in that way as well. They can give you a comforting presence when you're going through like a physical or emotional or spiritual challenges, or a health issue or emotional turmoil, or you're feeling lost, or maybe you are in a really great place but you just want to like up level. Like that's what they're there for. They're there to be like a listening ear and a helping hand. So when it comes to manifesting, like they are these infinite beings of abundance, right? They've got like unlimited wisdom. And so by tapping into that, we can like align ourselves and our thoughts and our actions with our deepest intentions, and receive guidance from them along the way. And they can send us signs and symbols. So we know like, okay, I'm on the right path. This is great. And I think it just makes things easier, and you feel like this sense of connection. Like for me, the first time that I was diagnosed with cancer, like I fell into a depression for sure, and I was in a really dark place, and actually almost dying is kind of what pulled me out of that, because I was like, oh shit, like this is life, right? Nobody's going to get out of it alive, so I need to start living. So funnily enough, when I got diagnosed with cancer the second time and it had progressed to stage 4, I was actually in a much better place emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, to be able to process it, because I realized like I am part of something greater than myself, and I can tap into that, and like I am the master of my own story. And like, if I want a better life, then I can do that. Like I have that power within me, and I want to help you connect to your spirit guides so that you can also do the same. So no matter where you are in life, whether you're going through something really terrible and traumatic like I was, or your own cancer battle, God forbid, but like if that's where you're at, like let me help you so that you can feel better, you can start moving forward. And if you're in a great place and you're ready to up level, then this is going to help you too. Either way, these spirit guides are yours and yours alone, and you're going to have such a great time meeting them. So what I recommend doing to meet your spirit guides the first time round is actually doing a meditation, which will be another video I'm going to do, and I'll post it and I'll link it to this one. And so you can do this guided meditation so you can connect with them deeply. And then once you've met with them for that first time, you can then just call them up and then take like these next 5 steps so that you can actually activate it and use it. So my top 5 steps once you have met your spirit guide is number one, you want to have the connection, right? You want to, once you've met them and you know who they are and what they look like and how it feels to you in your body when you've met them, ground yourself in the present moment. I like to do this with my eyes closed and I count backwards from 5 really slowly. I also do this when I want to fall asleep. This is part of my nighttime meditation as well, but I count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I like to say to myself, every time I relax this way, I go deeper and deeper, faster and faster. I find the more that I practice this, the easier it takes me to get into this relaxed alpha state. That's the alpha brainwave state. So I can practice this. If for you, you feel like you're not grounded after counting backwards from 5, then try counting backwards from 100 or 80 or 50 or 10. I started from 100 and I worked my way slowly down so that now I can actually just count back to 5 and I'm already in this state where I'm fully relaxed and connected and just ready to be open and ready to receive guidance, or ready to enter meditation, or ready to enter sleep. But if for you, you need more time, it's practice, start with a higher number. So once you've counted back and you're in this centered state, when you're in the alpha brainwave state, and just allow yourself to feel love and connection and gratitude for your life, for your being, for where you are right now, for the blessings that you have in your life. And then welcome your guides to step forward and speak with you. And then once they're there and you feel their presence in however way they've appeared to you, clearly state your question or request for guidance. I cannot stress how important this is, to be very clear on exactly what it is that you want to have input on. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't ask a gazillion things. Have one thing that you are looking for, because then that way it's easy to track when you're getting guidance, right? Because you're like, this is what I asked about. This is the information that I'm receiving. And then once you've asked that question or asked for guidance, you can then request specific symbols or signs to be shown to you. So, for example, if you are making a decision about which job to take, like let's say you've applied for a few different jobs and you've been offered 2 of them, and one is more of your passion and one is more money, and you're not sure which one to take, and you're feeling pulled in both directions and your intuition's maybe a bit muddled, you can say, okay, I would like to have the symbol of 3 feathers, for example, or I'd like, I don't know, a yellow unicorn. Like, don't do something really common like a black car. Like, choose something that's a little bit out there or something that you wouldn't see that often. And then you can ask and you can wait to be shown those signs. Or you can ask to be shown in dreams or through your intuition, or you can even connect with it by doing then journaling or free writing. So journaling is when you're following a prompt and you're just writing, and free writing is where you literally just pick up your pen and you just write whatever is coming to you. No thought process, no connecting your conscious mind to your subconscious. You are just freely writing and then see what happens. That's a very fun technique, by the way. And the third thing after connecting and asking for guidance is listen. Like, actively listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart, with your soul, with your body. Pay attention to what your guides are sharing with you. Perhaps when you're asking that question, maybe there are some feelings coming up. Tune into those feelings. Be on the lookout for your signs. They're led by your guides, but also by you, right? You have to be open and ready to receive. You have to be actively looking and listening. And then once you've got that guidance, you want to then take inspired action. You need to take steps towards your desires. This is all about co-creating your life with the universe. Okay, this is not merely wishful thinking and waiting for things to happen. Your actions demonstrate your readiness and your intention to be open and ready to receive, to take action. Um, sorry about that. And then the fifth step is surrendering. So once you've listened to the signs and you have taken steps, we're just going to surrender to that process. And that, I think, is probably the hardest thing to do. But I want you to trust in yourself that what is meant for you is meant for you, and it's already on its way. It is done. And just release any stress and worry about whatever that thing is. Instead, let the magic flow, knowing that it's already done, trusting in yourself and the actions that you've taken, in your intuition, in your guidance. And you have the free will here, right? You can choose to take the action or not take the action. But by following these steps, you're going to create like a closer connection to your spirit guides, to yourself, to your intuition, to the vast oneness of the universe. And by tapping into this wisdom and support system, that you're going to manifest your desires and create a life that is so aligned with your true purpose. And it's just going to be absolutely incredible. So if you've got any questions about spirit guides or anything like that, please feel free to drop me a comment. If you are going through your own cancer battle and you want any additional support, you've got any questions, also feel free to DM me. Like, I am an open book when it comes to my own cancer battle, and I feel like it is my duty to spread love and support and joy to people who are going through something terrible. And if you are a woman who is looking to up level in her life, like, let me know, like, what are your spirit guides saying? What are they sharing? Like, tell me everything. I'm all about that beautiful, beautiful life. Okay. Ciao, ciao.